Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step on how to automate hundreds and thousands of designs to your Redbubble account. In the future, you'll be able to do this with your TeePublic and other sites, but in general, let's just focus on Redbubble automation today. In order to do print-on-demand automation in general, what do we have to do? We have to have designs, we have to have art, we have to have concept, and then we have to have the system that automates it. So some of you may have seen yesterday's video, but if not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you everything today. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create a whole bunch of designs. So I am personally going to use Design Sensei for this. You can use whatever kind of other platform you want to use. Some people want to use Adobe for that. Some people want to use Canva for that. Some people might have some other software or whatever they use for that. But the first step is to create a whole bunch of designs. So I'm going to show you what I'm personally doing, and we're going to take it step by step. So first thing I need to use is a Gemini API key. So I'm going to go over here, click Create API Key. This is within Gemini. We're going to call this our AI POD test, okay? And we're going to create a project real quick, or use the default project. We'll click Create, and we're going to get a key. And this is the AI POD test. I'll go ahead and click on it, and I'll just click Copy Key. You guys can see my key. Doesn't really matter. I'll go ahead and delete it once this video is over. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and paste it here into Design Sensei, okay? And I'm going to click Save, and I'm going to click Save API Key and Start. So what Design Sensei is I have the ability to match image and text for many designs. You can see here I can have up to 50 designs. For now, I'm going to stick to 20 because the automation tool that we are using has an upload limit of 25 designs along with their tags and titles. So I'm going to stick with 20 here, okay? And it's time for me to pick a topic. My topic is going to be sad quotes about life. Just like that, sad quotes about life. And I'm going to leave that the way it is. And I'm going to give the AI an example. You could see here a sample output, an example of that. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here, okay? I'm going to search for it and paste it here. And I'm going to click on a sample, just something that looks decent, and something that's relatively short like this. Life's under no obligation to give us what we expect. Boom, just like that. I'll copy that. And then what I'll do is I'll go over back to Design Sensei, and I'll just paste that here. So this is a sample of that quote. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Generate Designs. Now while this is generating my designs, all 20 versions, I need to have an image. Well, I don't need to, but I can. So I'm going to go here and open up this new browser, and I decide I'm going to go with something like this. Just, a pretty basic image to go underneath the quote. There's nothing special about this image, but it works, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit save, hit download. What you'll notice is that sometimes images can either help your designs, sometimes they can hurt. It's not really a zero-sum game. It's not really yes or no. It just depends on the situation. So I'm going to go ahead and download this in a transparent format, hit download, and the image is going to be downloaded for us. And that's the image that I'm going to use to input into every single one of my designs. So let's go ahead. The image is downloaded. Let me minimize this. Now let me make this bigger, okay, so that we can see here what's going on. And now we can see that 20 versions of these kind of like small quotes, that can fit on a t-shirt or print on demand in general are created. So I can click on this, for example, the echoes of yesterday, boom. All right, I can click on always searching, never finding, Now, granted, this font looks not ideal. I'm going to change that, but let me add the image first. So I'm going to click here, choose file, and I'm going to select the image. We can see here that this is the image that I'm looking for. I'm going to click open. The image is now added, and in order to see the image on the actual design, I'm going to click on it. And so there is the image. Pretty basic, right? Nothing too crazy. Now what I'm going to do is, because the image is mostly red, I want to match that with the font. So I'm going to make my font the color red. Okay, and I'm going to click on this little eyedropper icon, and I'm going to hover over some of the red elements of the image, click on it, and now my text is red. I might even want an outline to the text, right? So I'm going to increase this outline size, and I'm going to make the outline black, for example. Okay, so now the design is starting to get some character, but I still want to change the font, and I want to change the size of the image, right? So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to scroll up here, and I'm going to change the font style. I have a lot of fonts to go with. I can click on any kind of font that I want. There's so many different kinds of fonts, but I do want something that will kind of match the vibe of the image. In fact, sometimes, right, I might look at an image like this and I might say, you know what, for this type of topic, for this kind of style, this image doesn't fit. I might go and pick a different image, you know? So it really just depends on the situation. It's not like you have to do it like this every single time. So first, let me increase the font. Okay, and I think this is a good size for me. Always searching, never finding. All right, and I think I'm going to actually change the image, right? I think I'm going to change the image, but let's just click on some things here. Silent Tears Fall, okay. Lost in the Shadows, yeah. I think this is just too cartoonish looking for something as serious as these kind of quotes. So I'm going to get rid of this image, yeah. I'm going to get rid of it. So I'm going to click X here, get rid of the image. I'm going to go with just text for now. And I might even increase my font size just slightly, okay, and increase this outline just like that. And that will work for any single quote that I select here. All right, now something we're going to add to Design Sensei like within the next couple of days is we're going to add the ability to increase how long we want the outputs to be. So that will be a nice little feature to have. But here we go. We got a bunch of designs. Now, before I export these designs, I need tags, I need titles, I need, different information for our next software to understand how these things are going to be uploaded automatically to our websites for us. Right? So this is the next step. We're going to go scroll down here, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to just start having a system for our tag and titling. So in my case, I'm going to go with, let's say, 5 tags per design. I'm going to click on some highly creative tags, and I'm going to have some long tail tags. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. And I'm going to include my title in my tags, and I'm going to click generate. Now, once again, with these settings here, you can choose however you want to do them. Like, there's no rules, there's no setup. We're using the shotgun method to print on demand. And for those who don't know, you could look at some of my older videos, what I mean when I say shotgun method, but we have 2 methods, the shotgun and the sniper. Right now we're doing the shotgun strategy. So we got a whole bunch of tags and titles for each design. It's now time to export everything, right? We want to export our text, we want to export our images, we want to export everything. So we're going to click here, export all. So now it's exporting, and it's going to package it up for us into 2 main files. One group of files of images and one .csv, which is basically a spreadsheet. And that spreadsheet, when we download it, we're going to upload it into our tool that's going to effectively consume all that information. So we're going to hit save here. It's saved in our downloads. I'm going to get rid of this website because I don't need it anymore. And now I'm going to head over to printondemandautomation.com. And I'm going to get rid of this here. And now I'm going to go ahead and sign in. So just bear with me for a second. I'm going to sign in. Okay, great. So I'm signed in, and this is the website, printondemandautomation.com. Pretty simple, as you can see. Very simple, very easy to use. So I'm going to scroll down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that CSV file. So the first thing that I have to do is I have to find that actual CSV file, right? This is the CSV file. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to open it up, and we have a folder. That folder is going to contain both our images and our CSV. So I could take this, and I don't think I could drag it and drop it. Okay, so I'm just going to click choose CSV file. I'm going to select the CSV file. Okay, it's selected. Now I'm going to click upload. So I'm going to click upload CSV, and now it's uploading. And there we go. The CSV file spreadsheet is now fully uploaded. You could see here we have all the different data. If I want to click on anything and edit it, I can do that, right? Now, me personally, I'm not going to edit anything. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. But what I'm going to do is now upload my images, because you can see here, I have no images here. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to go over here to my images now, click choose images, select this folder, and I'm going to highlight all these different images and click open. And then once I do that, I'm going to click match and upload. So right now what the system is going to do for us, it's going to basically absorb all those images, and it's going to take each image and match it to its direct part of the spreadsheet. Now, if you're not using Design Sensei to create your spreadsheet or your images, that's okay. You can follow the system in our pre-made designs section, or excuse me, not our pre-made designs, but our formatting guide and our download template. So these two buttons here, you click on them, they will give you different information on how you should format everything, how you should get it set up properly for your print on demand. Now, it's ideal that you would use Design Sensei because it's much faster. All right. Now, the nice thing about this little feature that I implemented a couple days ago is you can click on any one of these and see how it looks, right, in a full view, and you can also see the tags, you can see the description, you can see the title. All right, so pretty cool right there. So now that we have all this information is saved to our email account on printondemandautomation.com. So what is it? You know, what's time now? What should we do now? We should download our extension, and this extension is going to go ahead and upload our designs for us to redbubble.com. Now, once again, printondemandautomation.com utilizes automation currently just for Redbubble. In a few days, we're going to add TeePublic, and we're going to add other sites as well. Okay, we're currently have them in the works. So this is the new extension, and in order to add it, we're going to go over here. We're going to click Manage Extensions, and we're going to upload that extension. So Redbubble upload extension, and there it is. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pin it. Okay, so you can see here, it's there. And now we can get rid of this page. Okay, and basically every single one of these designs here, as soon as we log in, should technically populate within our account. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our email and password, and we're going to enter that in. It's the same email and password we used to log into printondemandautomation.com. Okay, great. So I've logged in. Now you can see here that the extension is fully linked to my account on POD Automation. You could see here I have 590 credits. My email is there. Same thing here. So it's the same thing. The thing, though, that I have to do now is I have to log into my Redbubble account. And on this browser, I don't even think I created an account. Yeah, see, I never created an account. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause this, and I'm going to log in to my demo account that I use to demo my other stuff. It's a small account. It only has like 50 designs on it. It's got like 4 sales. It's a tiny account. I'll be right back. I'll log into that account very, very quickly, and so we can continue our process here. All right, excellent. So I've now re-logged in to my account, my demo account. And as you can see, it is a completely beginner account, pretty much brand new. The time that I got those 4 sales, they were all because of those first few designs that I uploaded. And these are all Design Sensei designs, so there's nothing too crazy about these, all right? And what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to just click on Setup Environment in our Chrome extension. And what this is going to do is when it sets up the environment, it's just making sure that the account is legitimately able to be logged in and to be used, and then finally upload basically art to it. That's why it shows up here on this screen. Now, when you're on the screen, it's time now to use default settings from another image. So when I look at some of my other images, let's just say this one, or even this one, let's say, I like these settings for the images. In fact, if I click here, view, I can go ahead and view how the art is placed on other products. And if I like the way it's all set up, right, which you should previously have one design that's pretty much set up, if I like the way everything is set up here, I'm going to copy the URL of this product. So let's go back and let's go over here to copy settings, okay? That copy settings is what you want to do to copy this URL at the top. So when you're at this page, this copy page, I'll copy the URL and I'll paste it here in the add duplicate URL. So I'm going to paste it here and click add URL. So what we're doing is we're copying the duplicate URL of any one of the products that we want to duplicate. And that's it's essentially duplicating the style of the product, not the actual product, if that makes sense. So these were 4 products that I created in my last tutorial when I was showcasing printondemandautomation.com. So now that it's been fully added, we can click sync from website, and you'll see that indeed we have 20 products in our main account on print on demand automation, right? 20 designs loaded, 20 images ready. And if we go back to our account here, that's exactly what it is. So you could see here 20 out of 25 designs used. Perfect. So now that that's taken care of, we're going to make sure we have auto submit designs. We want them to be automatically submitted, of course, and we want the delay between uploads, about roughly 3 seconds. We're going to increase these ranges here in the future, probably either today or tomorrow, but we're going to leave that the way it is. And now we're going to click submit automated upload. So at this point, there's nothing left for me to do. It's going to automate the tagging, the titling, the image uploading, pretty much everything. In fact, if I scroll down, you could see here it just added the image to this, and right after it finishes this first one, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it because I actually prefer for my images I want it to be on a black background as opposed to a white. So I'm just gonna leave this alone, and you could see here it's copying and pasting all the information from that original spreadsheet. Now notice there's no files you need to upload. There's nothing like that you need to upload. And the reason why is because it's all saved in the cloud on your account information. So I'm going to go ahead and click stop upload here. It already finished the first one. And you could see, at one point we were at 20. If I go back to my account, log to print on demand automation, you can see here, now we have 19. The reason why we have 19 is because one of those out of the 20 have been fully uploaded. But once again, I prefer to have a black background for this style image. So I'm just going to go over here and click edit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this hex color. I'm going to switch the color to black. And now I can see that most of my stuff here is black. I might fix some small things just like this, right? And just make things look a little bit better. It's probably recommended that, you get all this stuff ironed out before you actually start automating, just so that you can get the most out of your automation credits, right? So I'm going to increase everything, just center it, make sure it looks absolutely perfect before I continue uploading it. And once this is all taken care of, then it's time that I just go ahead and basically automate the rest of my portfolio. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing 20 designs a day, that's completely fine. You can do five designs a day. You can go on one platform. You can have multiple platforms, multiple accounts. To be clear, with using printondemandautomation.com, there's no limit as to how many accounts you have. There's no limit to any of that. Okay, it works on just a credit basis. So, when you pay for a certain amount of credits, you get those credits, you can use them how you like. There's no limit or no control on that. And not to mention, when we add more websites and more platforms, you can upload that same t-shirt design to multiple platforms and get the most out of those credits, like I said. And what that does for you is it just helps you save money and just really accumulate as much online real estate as you possibly can, right? We talk about print on demand being pretty much like a chance, a lottery ticket each and every day to make a little bit of money, right? You get a sale on a t-shirt, you get a sale on a hoodie, a desk mat, whatever. That is going to help give you a little bit of income each and every day. Well, when you do something like this, right, what are you doing? You're automating that chance every day to basically hit the lottery on a small scale, right? Not a big scale. It's not like you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars per t-shirt design, but over time, as you have thousands of designs, right, on multiple platforms, on multiple websites, now you have hundreds of thousands of designs, then it could bring in a significant amount of income each and every day. So, it's definitely not something that you should take lightly and you definitely should take it seriously because it's not something that's difficult to do anymore, right? As you could see, this is pretty easy. I'm just setting up the mind frame for this AI to continue automating for me, and I think everything is perfect. So I'll just go down here, click I agree, hit save, Okay, it's saving my work, and now I can continue the automation of the rest of my work. Okay, in fact, I'm going to delete this duplicate right here. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to click here, edit, or not edit. Let's go back here rather, and let's go to my account here. Let's go to activity feed. Let's go to manage portfolio. Let's click on this. Let's click copy settings. And this duplicate URL that I'm getting from my URL handle, right? I'm going to paste it right here, which is literally the duplicate. And this is the one I want it to copy now. All right. And we're going to save that. And now we're going to click sync from website. So at this point, it should say 19 designs the same way our website says 19. And that's exactly what it says. Now it's time. I just simply click on start. And now I can walk away from the computer, and in a period of maybe 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more than 10 minutes, I'll have a total of 20 designs uploaded for me today on my Redbubble store that I didn't have before. And guys, this is not just about Redbubble. We're seeing the long-term vision with this. The idea is to have as much power as possible, to automate as many platforms as possible, to make as much money in the long term as possible. Now, we already know that this system does work. Why? Because if you're following me for a while, when I first created Design Sensei, which was just the tool that you can create all those different designs on automated, people were uploading manually to these sites using Design Sensei. And what would happen was they would get sales in a period of 3, 4, 5 days. In fact, we showcased, I think, like 4 or 5 people that got their first sale with print on demand ever within 3 days. 3 days of using Design Sensei, uploading manually. And remember, Design Sensei does feed the tags. It does feeds the titles, right, to people. It feeds you the design, so it pretty much does everything, but you just have to manually upload. In this case, there is no more manually uploading. We're just automating everything. So does this save you time and effort and energy? Yes. Does this make you money? Yes. So this is another what we call AI money printer, right? And not to sound too exaggerative, right? That's not my goal. It's not like I'm trying to make it seem like you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. That's not the goal. But what this is that you can make $5, $10, $20, $40, $50 a day with a system like this over time. The more you stack, the more you stack, the more you stack. You could even make more than 50. It just depends on how large your accounts are. And the more you let this AI essentially work for you, the more digital assets you're having on the internet, the more chance you have of making money. That's all it comes down to. But the only difference here is instead of doing it manually, you're having machines do it for you, which even if the machines are just a 70% as good as you are, it's good enough to get the job done and to actually get you paid. And so that's the whole point of this, right? And that's why I'm doing it, because I looked at my life these past few months and I said, I want to start not digging for gold anymore, but employing systems of machinery to go dig the gold for me. That's the whole concept. That's why I created the AI blog printer. That's why I created printondemandautomation.com. That's why I'm creating all these kind of systems, and I'm letting people like you guys get access to them. So that's essentially what I'm doing, and that's kind of my main MO right now, my modus operandi for my future, at least for like the next 2-3 years, is just create these systems that can work automatically by themselves so that I don't have to put any manual effort and I can focus on relaxation. That's essentially what it is. I've done my time. I've worked very, very hard these past few years. Literally been in business for about 9 years now, and I've clocked in. Trust me, I've done the time. I had many sleepless nights, many nights where I'm just working straight through the night, and pulled many all-nighters while I was in college trying to make money online, and I did it. But here's the thing. I don't have to do that anymore. We have an invention called AI, artificial intelligence, that can help us automate our lives for us with some level of intelligence. Intelligence more than the average person, put it that way. Much higher than the average person. In fact, more intelligent than me. So why not use a technology like this? In fact, while we're talking, I don't know how many designs have been uploaded, but I could go look through the log and see that. But I'm just going to cut the video here. thank you guys for watching. I'll let this keep doing its thing and uploading while I walk away. You guys can feel free to go look at my account on Redbubble. This is not my main account, of course. This is just simply my demo account. But I do plan on building it out. Why not, you know? Maybe I'll stop at about 1,800 designs, but I'll grow it slowly. I do have other things I have to do today, obviously. I have to complete the connection between printondemandautomation.com to TeePublic, and we're going to be also connecting it to other sites. So for anybody who's curious, yes, we will be connecting this to TeePublic as well. So in the future, you're going to have both Redbubble and TeePublic completely automated for you. And there was somebody in my members area that said this. I think his name was Amin Designs. He says, my main bottleneck is the amount of time it takes to upload manually to these sites. He didn't say it was creation. He didn't say it was titling. He didn't say it was tagging. It was the amount of time it takes. Well, time is no issue anymore because that's what this does. So thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully this step-by-step tutorial video helped you. And yeah, enjoy. I'll talk to you guys later, all right? Peace out. Bye.